right, let me just share mine too. Either or.
Just kidding.
Ooh, I got a bunch of new subscribers.
Really?
Yeah, 3 since last week for the gaming channel for my J Side Quest. Dope. All right, I'm good to go.
Okay, hey, it's Sunday or Monday, so Jay and Adam are talking Hey, it's Sunday or Monday, so Jay and Adam are talking about this week in video games as they race Hot Wheels. Sweet. Adults. Alright, let's do it. Ready. Oh.
Let's do it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're beginning now. That was all the prelim as we got it ready. So
yeah, you get a piece of the exhibition show.
There you go, exactly. Thanks for joining us to another wonderful show. It is Easter Monday, right?
That's the day.
The 18th. So technically it's kind of a holiday or it's not a holiday.
So we are a day behind.
I gotta do one shout out before we start because he beat me so badly at hockey today. So he asked me to mention it. Daroonz, Daroonz. So you can challenge him on NHL on PlayStation 4.
Oh,
and beat him.
Daroonz.
I just want to do.
I'm coming at
he's
you,
a sponsor, so I wanted to kind of, you know what I mean. So if you want to sponsor it, we'll shout out your tag name on the show, and you can battle people you don't know for supremacy.
I need to go battle Daroonz.
Yeah, there we go.
Now that he's taking you down.
Oh, it was so bad. It was a bad game. But thanks so much for being here. It's our weekly video game talking show, J to Z.
J to Z Gaming. I'm Jay.
And I am Adam Zed.
Happy to be here, as always, every week, and we got some stories and some Hot Wheels Unleashed again.
Oh, dude, we're so into this game. We're so into this game.
So good.
For adult men, we're freakishly into this game. It's so good. Oh, I got this new car. Oh, you'll like this car. I got a new one. I don't even care their stats.
Oh,
I
look
just
at that thing. You just like the look?
I just like the look, yeah. I'm a very shallow. I'm a very shallow. I don't care if I win either. I just like racing cars. So what are we going to start with today? What are we going to start with? What's our first story of the day?
Let's start with the Epic Game story.
Dude, that is insane. That was insane when I saw that.
Yeah,
billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And this is something I didn't know though, but they started doing this last year, and this was a lot of companies are investing into Epic Games' is kind of metaverse they're building. They're building a metaverse. This is what this is. Where they can connect gamers and games and everything in one spot. And we're talking, they're connecting Rocket League, Fall Guys, and Fortnite and into like a metaverse kind of thing. Yeah, so a lot of companies, even the company that made the new Lego Star Wars, they've invested how much? It was like $450 million last year from Sony, another $1 billion this year. It's just wild. But I guess they're really investing in this new tech.
Well, they're trying to build like a digital, like Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Like you.
And Sony wants in on it big time.
Because they're definitely behind. Sony definitely feels like it's catching up for Microsoft because Microsoft, they're a computer company, right?
They already have a huge push from computers, exactly, from PCs. So
and their Game Pass is wicked, and I'm excited. I'm excited. This is like Epic. Interesting story, really, because Epic kind of started off. A lot of people kind of poo-pooed it and didn't think that it was gonna hold water and everything, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, another launcher? Oh, I hate it," but. I mean, Magic is now on Epic. There's a lot of stuff that's on Epic.
There's a lot of stuff, you're right.
They seem a little bit more personal, like I've gotten a lot of free games. Yeah, Steam, you don't get free shit from Steam, ever. Ever.
I can't even, I'm still waiting for a Half-Life, so they can't even give me that.
They came out with a Half-Life. It's the VR one, though.
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx. It's still not 3. Give me that 3. Okay. Come on now. But that was beautiful. That was a beautiful game, by the way. So this is huge. Very huge. So I guess this is where the future is going, And everything's going online where everybody can just interact constantly in a world online in real time and enter gaming and stuff that way.
Yeah, you'd start to really I mean, I don't know our audience yet for our show, but I'm assuming that they're all crackpot conspiracy theorists like I am. and this definitely shows that hey, maybe coronavirus, maybe it was bad, but maybe they were just it's a really bad, maybe it wasn't as bad. But then there's someone who's like, hey, we could sell a lot more VR headsets if people are afraid to go outside. And he's like, fucking genius. So who knows? Maybe that's where it is. But
maybe exactly.
That's good. I like to see competition too. So it's good to see that Steam
and Sony needs to invest in something if they want to stay, side by side with a giant like Microsoft as well.
It's true, but Sony feels like they feel like they're doing different things, right? Although
you're right, not the same.
Yeah, Sony's got the single player stuff down when Microsoft seems to. Seems like, does Microsoft
Sony
even need to win, though? They're so rich already.
They don't. They don't have to do anything of that.
Yeah.
You're right. So, I like it. I like Sony's not, trying to follow in their footsteps. Sony's clearing its own path, though. They truly are.
I read a statement, too, where they also mentioned that they're going to stop making games for Western audiences. They've definitely held back a little bit with their kind of Japanese-ness because of some sort of cultural things that and now recently they're like no, we're good, we're gonna make things as fucked up as Japanese
does that mean they're just not they're not even including English subtitles anymore? It's just we all have to learn Japanese now.
Yeah, too bad.
All the new Yakuza games are fucking all in Japanese only.
Oh my god, those games
we
are
ain't
so
transcribing
good.
Shit.
Yeah, figure it out. Buy a book, motherfucker.
Mushi mushi. I
so
love
exciting,
it.
so exciting
love new exciting news, and to hear the amount of money they're throwing at this stuff. Sony's getting in on the ground floor, such as other companies as well, except Microsoft.
No, they just own the operating system of half the world, so they're just like whatever. Yeah. Microsoft really feels like a rich kid that decided to start his own game company because he had nothing to do one summer. They've already got so much money.
They're just sitting over there so how do we fix Halo?
Yeah. Oh my god, Halo! Everybody's dropped off Halo. Everybody,
dude, I've never seen such a fall off. It's because they're not continuing to support it. As in, where's the multiplayer that they were gonna have for co-op? they said, oh, on launch we'll have co-op and all this other stuff. And I said, no, it's going to launch a month later. It's still not around. There's so many things that they're just not following up on. So the people are going to drop.
Yeah. Two games and just speaking about dropping, as we go on tangents, we got a lot of info, got a lot of tangents on this show, so I hope that, but Warhammer 3 that came out was super, everybody was into it, and now nobody's playing it because nobody liked the demon campaign.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't play it. I was going to ask you about that because I don't play, and I know you are.
I loved it. Oh my god,
it.
the first one. Yeah, number 2. I put so much time.
But I was like, where did the hype go? It all of a sudden, in my radar, just was gone.
Yeah, it did. It just totally fizzled. Yeah. Until they come out with the Mortal Empires campaign, like it essentially was finished. It was sold unfinished. So essentially,
which happens so much.
Yeah,
like just that's the Halo thing. Just released without. Oh no, we'll have all these other components and modes later. No, but
the thing is,
they delayed it 4 times.
Like you know, they always have that, like, you know, people who smoke are like, I got my Uncle Jim smoked till he was 95, right? And
George Burns smoked cigars.
Yeah. So like every once in a while, there's a situation where it works, and like No Man's Sky seems to be that situation where they came out with a. Yeah. And now the game is
but that's a company that really put their heart behind that and never did anything else besides focus on that game. You know. Like, that was important and that was beautiful to see.
I think we'll see Project Red because you're
Metaverse,
freaking me out. Metaverse.
Am I about to laugh you in this game?
I think I'm not paying attention really. I'm just driving around.
So you're like,
I'm trying to sound coherent on our show. Can't pay attention to both of them.
Alright.
The philosophical jargon about video games or being able to beat you. Where are we at? Second thing we're going to talk about. Yeah, that's good. That was a lot about that, but that's pretty much how we feel. For the second thing, Kojima put down, and I read it, and I didn't get it at first when you sent it to me. I was like, oh, what's that about? And I was like, and I do read all of our stories, but I would have nothing to say about them. And I was like, oh, that's trippy. He just put down like the best of picture of the PlayStation character.
Yeah.
With just his picture above it.
Too.
Just like who they're all my bitches.
Threw everybody
I guess?
for a curve. Well, yeah, like PlayStation tweeted out, their PlayStation Studio photo, that photo of saying, here's all our first party studios. Look at the games we create just for PlayStation. And then Kojima retweeted it. Because it did have Death Stranding there, but this is what, but now everybody went into a twisty and crazy because they're like, oh, we didn't know Kojima Studios was a PlayStation studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he came back with another tweet that like a half an hour later because the world had been lit on fire by this tweet, and this new tweet just said, to clarify, Kojima Studios is still an independent studio.
Yeah.
So So the hubbub was everyone thought Kojima Studios was now a part of the PlayStation Studios, but for some reason PlayStation tweeted out that photo with his game in it. So they're not on the same page or something.
I bet they're trying to just court him a bit. I bet they want him to stay exclusive to Sony. To me, he is sort of exclusive to Sony.
He is to me too. But I get the difference because when Kojima was let go by Konami, he started his new studio, Kojima Studios or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was looking for funding. You're looking for funding or someone to back you. And he went on this whole thing for a new engine, tried to find a new engine and all this stuff. But either way, Sony were the ones that gave him, like, look, here, we'll pay for your next project. Work here. Here's your studio. We'll pay for everything. So I guess they thought they owned him or bought him. Maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, maybe.
They certainly did with that picture. And maybe trying to court him a bit, like you said. Which is understandable. Oh, look at this guy go flying. So that's all. But Kojima made sure to clarify that he is not a part of PlayStation only. His next game could be Microsoft if he wanted, I guess. I don't know. Oh shit, you bumped me right off. Oh,
nice, awesome. Get out of here, motherfucker. this game, there's no items. It's just like straight up like you're dead.
It's
like,
just boost in speed and fly off the track.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Would you say Death Stranding was a? What do you
mean? Sorry.
Did it do well? Like, was that a success?
Okay. It made,
Norman
I think it did well at launch and stuff, and did okay. But over time, I think it's become known as the walking simulator that I call it. And,
yeah.
But I get it. I guess it had certain dynamics to it, and it was Kojima, but it wasn't Metal Gear successful, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was expecting more. To me, it wasn't a success. Personally, I love Kojima.
If anybody watches Game Sins on YouTube, where they go through like an entire story of a video game, like they pretty much cut it, and I've been watching all the Metal Gear Solid ones. And man, those games are goofy as fuck. Like, if you rewatch it, like, wait, what? You're like, when you remember playing them as a kid, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then you rewatch it, you're like, wait, what? She's naked because she can't breathe with clothes on? What? You played if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
Quiet.
Are you talking about Sniper Wolf?
Yeah, girl? No, Quiet. That girl, Quiet. Who's half plant. I'm like, oh, it's so funny. Kojima games are nuts, but in a good way. Like, I'm happy that they.
He's definitely thinking, nobody is doing what he did or is in his lane, right?
Or is able to do it.
Is even able to. You're right, but this is the mind of a crazy genius, I guess, and that's what you get sometimes.
Yeah,
we're just not on his level to even understand what the hell
No, it's super good.
Yeah,
it is like I think if they made James Bond movies like Metal Gear Solid movies, people would fucking watch them.
Yeah.
I think the James Bond movies are boring, and I think if Kojima directed a James Bond movie...
Damn, that'd be dope.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, what the hell? Why did my car just... Oh, my car just did something funny, and now I can't get up the hill. Anyway. Yeah, Kojima is... Like, another thing Kojima does, though, too, his game mechanics are amazing. Like, he is so original and has created some of the best, like, boss fights for me growing up that I've ever... Like, when I was playing Metal Gear Solid and trying to defeat a boss but not sure what I'm doing, and this boss is reading my memory card and telling me what
Psycho Mantis.
And then I'm like, he knows my every move. What do I do? Plug the damn controller into port 2. Like, just things like that. And also, finding the code for one of the codec people you need on the back of the box of the game. Like, that's the only way you're supposed to know it. There's little things where I'm like, it really took me on a next level in a game. Yeah. Yeah, big time.
No, you're so right. I was, oh my god, Metal Gear Solid 2 for PlayStation.
Oh.
I was,
it was so good.
Oh my god, yeah. I did a PowerPoint presentation in computer class. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was in love with that game. The music, the whole thing, the story. Yeah.
Incredible, dude.
Yeah,
you're gonna beat me, eh?
Nice.
Score
1 for the good guys.
Yeah, so I wonder what Kojima's got next.
You know what would be wicked? It would be wicked another Metal Gear Solid. That would just be cool.
Man, there's talks
I'd be happy for
dude.
a PS5 fucking Metal Gear and just make it look
right now
so
we're
good.
like, right now that franchise is just, it was so tarnished from Konami and what they did, and they made that Metal Gear Survive or something, the zombie one.
Oh really?
I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh
like,
yes, I remember.
Without him, it was just Konami, and they just made this game, and it's like, why? Like, this is horrible. But and then there was you think now the franchise is gone, but it'd be nice if, I don't know if Konami owns it. Maybe they do, because they did that game without him. And they took his name off of the Metal Gear Solid 5, any of the promo, the game, anything like that.
Oh really? Wow.
It was a dirty breakup, and so now I'm like, I don't know where even their story lies. Like, does Metal Gear, does he own it? I really hope, if he did, that'd be so dope if he just did another one now, man, without Konami behind him, like just Sony. Oh.
Yeah, if he owns the story, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be, man. I'm trying to pick a sick track here for it.
There you go. Go ahead. So sweet. So yeah, we're super excited about that. Speaking of new things that we might be getting pretty soon, it seems like Forbidden West, the main game designer. I mean, the game is a weird game because it is left. It really does feel like an expansion. Like the more I go back and play it now, it really feels like an expansion to one. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like there's a lot of game mechanics that are like, other than
New
flying,
or different
right?
than flying.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
other than flying. So I was like, so maybe the new, like when they go three, when the bad guy of the third one happens. Not to spoil anything, but you got a Snoopy car? Bullshit.
Isn't that wicked,
That is
dude?
wicked cool.
That's so dope, dude.
So yeah, so that's gonna happen pretty soon. So I think that'll be a PS5 probably only, and then I think then we'll see the difference. I think the game kind of had the same problem that the Legend of Zelda games have sometimes, and that's when they try to split them between two consoles. You don't get you don't get exactly what you want. So that's exciting. I really like that. I beat through the story. You played it too. I took a little bit longer than you did to get through it, but
Well, you did play like a quarter of it on hard difficulty.
Yes, I did. I played a horde of it.
We spent a whole stream of you fighting one boss one time, a giant turtle, and I'm just flowing through it because
normal it feels good, but it's really weird. Like as I'm playing it now, and I even kind of saw on Reddit. There was some because I'm part of the Forbidden West community on Reddit, and I was like, someone mentioned they're like, it's weird. I didn't really level up any of my gear, and it's funny. Like neither did I. Like I got all the way through the game. I played on like normal difficulty. And I think normal difficulty should be kind of like difficult, like like difficult enough.
No, I get it, man. Like,
but
I
all my gear
focused on one gear and one weapon, and just did that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. So
yeah,
I hope that number 3 is more like much more than 2 was. You know what I mean? Like now that I'm playing, like now that they're saying 3 is in development probably right now. I hope it's a bigger upgrade than, you know what I mean? Like having one flying creature is kind of lame. Like you think for the sequel they could have had like, every single flying creature you could have flown on. Ooh, I am decent. You. Dude, means I get 10 more coins. I get 10 more coins at the end of each match.
Yeah. This Snoopy vehicle though, I'm gonna tell you, is the worst. Every turn you tip over because it's so straight in the air. It's like a double-decker bus, man. God, I'm glad to be over that one. Anyway, and I like how they seem. I like when the first one ended. I didn't know they were like. It seemed like they took a long time to jump onto even working on a sequel, or maybe not. But now to hear that they're already in the midst of it is great. I love to hear that. That means like at least it won't be 8 years, 7 years for a sequel. We'll get maybe 4 years. 4 years would be nice, man.
I bet we get it halfway through the PlayStation's life cycle. Hopefully that we get a 10 years.
So that would
or
be
maybe
like 3 years. That would be 3 years from now. Okay, that's good. I would love that, man.
You know what I mean?
I would absolutely love that. Yeah, I hope so too. Let me change this damn vehicle.
Dude.
They definitely set it up more for a sequel too than the first one.
Yeah, it really felt like almost like half of a full game, to be real with you. Like not trying to spoil it, but like when you defeat the bad guy, it's like
but like the mechanic wise and the different things you could do.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, let's get another track. I got my shark. What do you got there?
Same thing I had ready up.
Ready up.
So that's exciting. Also exciting, more to come from CD Projekt Red with their Cyberpunk new DLC is coming out, which I might. Hey, you know what?
But next year, it's 2023.
2023, but it's that's cool to see that they're not giving up on that. I think you know what? Like I'm probably gonna see. I think they keep on the Cyberpunk IP just because it's so easy to add on to, and I just think that they keep rolling Like I don't know if they roll it into games as a service, but I definitely see like a multiplayer thing coming in. You know what I mean? Like, why get rid of it? You know, it's like owning kind of like Lord of the Rings or something. It's a certain like IP that you can just, you know, anybody else that did any Cyberpunk things would just seem like they're copying at this point. So,
and interesting, I just downloaded Cyberpunk and finally started it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was waiting, like I'll wait for my PS because it had such a rough launch. I was like, obviously this game, I shouldn't buy this game. It's so buggy, I can't play it. So I was waiting, and they finally re-released and said we're good to go, at least for PS4 and stuff. And so I finally downloaded. It was on sale the other day. It's on sale right now or something for like half price. But
there you go.
It should be even cheaper. But yeah, so I started it. I like it. I like the game, and I'm glad they're going to stick to it. Like, they put a lot of work into this game, so it'd suck if they just gave up on it and left it in the pile of heap it is.
Yeah, no, I think it's, I think Night City, definitely I'd like to explore it a bit. I'd like to level up a character. I think that may be a game that I mean, looking by game schedule, that I take on next winter. Might be my next winter, you know what I mean, when I have just a lot of time. So I'm excited for that, and the more they add to that, the more likely I'll come back to it. But
yeah, I'm excited for my journey through it now that it's playable. I can't wait to go through it. So you haven't went through it, eh?
I played like the first little bit, and it felt really weird. I was playing it on my PS Pro, and it felt really like weird and buggy and not
right, man.
Properly.
No,
it
wasn't right.
Oh, server connection interrupted.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good track too. We'll make sure we do that one again. I was excited for that one.
So cool. You know what I'm actually super excited for is the guys that did John Wick. Our movie news time.
Oh yes, Streets of Rage movie. So yeah, Derek Kolstad, the creator for John Wick, he's writing the script for Streets of Rage movie. Yeah,
and
so
because Sonic's doing so good, they're probably gonna, you know what I
mean? Sonic seems to be a hit for them.
I'm okay with video games like movies, because even if they're horrible, they're still video game movies. Like, they're still like pizza to me. You know what I mean? Even when they're horrible, they're still okay.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Like, they're still fun to watch. You know what I mean? If you have the right neurological additions to yourself, you.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I'm stoked. I wonder what it'll be like. You know, it's a beat 'em up. It can't be too horrible, can it? Or it can be fun at least.
I just want like vicious people viciously beating the shit out of each other.
If it's a John Wick creator, I think that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like,
that'll be cool.
That'll be cool if it's John Wick style Streets of Rage. Like, that's kind of what it should be. And yeah.
Who would you? Okay. So who would you? Let's do a little spot casting. We didn't prepare this at all, folks. So okay. So if you had to have Streets of Rage, who would the white dude be? There's a white dude. There's the mayor. There's a black dude.
The mayor and stuff, or are you thinking Final Fight?
Oh, that is Final
Hagar.
Fight. Yes. Yeah,
like,
Hagar.
I'm more Final Fight knowledgeable than I am Streets of Rage.
That's
true.
But
I did play Streets of Rage 4, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, do you have it?
Game. Yeah.
Oh my god, I have it too. Yeah.
We need to go through that. Well, how have we not done that? Okay.
Yeah, I know. No, it's okay. Yeah, so we'll play next stream. We'll play Streets of Rage, folks.
I'm gonna write that down so we don't forget. Actually,
I just downloaded it recently. And the
DLC,
DLC is like, oh, DLC, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, and it's like $20. I'm like, but I'm a sucker for
the game
DLC.
is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
that'll be fun to go through. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You can play 3 players, which is a neat, right?
Sick. Bring on
our
guests.
I think it's 3 players. There you go.
This shark has horrible steering.
That'll be exciting to see them.
No release date or anything. They just announced it today, so it'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun karate movie.
I think they should. The guy who played Venom should.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. They should get Tom Hardy in it, and who else could be in it? Who could the white chick in the red outfit?
Yeah, I know it's.
Who would you get? Who's an action star?
I would bring back Cameron Diaz for it.
Cameron Diaz is too fucking old. I'm not. No. I don't care.
All right, someone younger, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee. There we go. She's in that age group.
Maybe. There's a lot of good female.
Charlize Theron is too
out
old. It's got to be somebody young.
It's got to be someone
Marvel
new,
chick?
I think. There is.
Maybe that chick that played Black Widow's sister.
Oh, I didn't even bother to watch that garbage.
You didn't watch Black Widow? The movie?
No, I got. You know what happened? I got marveled out.
You're sexist. That's what it is. You're big old sexist.
I love.
If you don't watch their movies, you hate women.
I loved WandaVision.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but no, what happened? By the time Marvel was ending their Phase 1 there with Endgame and stuff, I had enough.
Oh, that's early.
I had too much Marvel shoved down my throat.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about next? We're talking about Moon Knight next.
This is different. I'm back on board. Black Widow was at a time when I had too much. I needed a break, and they gave it to me. They gave me the break, though.
Yeah.
They have. Yeah, so and Moon Knight is well done. WandaVision, I was on board. They brought me back. I enjoyed.
Did you like Hawkeye?
Stuff. I didn't watch it because
you son of a gun.
I know. I watched Captain Falcon or whatever. You know, and that was just the worst thing.
The
I'd
lecture
ever seen in
of
my
how
life.
white people are bad. That one.
God,
no, I'm just kidding,
dude. I wanted to throw my computer out the window.
It really was.
Like,
it's crazy that people can be racist to like the guy that saved our lives. like to fucking Captain America. Like it's so. Do better. Do better. Do better.
Do better. That's all I got out of that show. I was like, screw you, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't lecture me,
I watched
Hollywood.
it though. I jump in and out of them, but I'm enjoying. I guess so
let's talk about
our next topic. Yeah.
Let's talk about what we're gonna. Oh, you beat me, son of a gun.
You damn right.
Moon Knight 2, Moon Knight episode 3.
Episode 3, yeah.
Episode 3. I like this episode.
You left because I won.
I didn't lose. I didn't leave.
Oh, I got server interruption.
Oh.
As soon as I won and kicked your ass.
Oh no, I didn't rage quit Hot Wheels.
It got hot over Hot Wheels.
It got spicy, muy caliente wheels. This episode was weird. This was a weird one.
Yeah.
The horse dude. So they pretty much, the episode starts with them on the boat, right? Mm-hmm. And it feels like a lot of filler because not much happens.
It was for the first part.
Yeah.
I'd say half of this episode, I was like, it took me a few watches to get through the first half.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I don't care about any of this crap. So they're on a boat and they're like talking and they kind of like reaffirm to each other how much they love each other and all that, which is great. And then they meet. They're looking for a piece. They're looking for a piece to find the place where the bad guy's digging, right? Where Caro is digging.
Yeah.
So they go to this horse guy who's training with these like spears. And that one looks good. I want that one. And they try to get they lie to the guy and say that they're like Egyptologists or something.
Yeah.
And that they can help him like figure it out. And it is good. It's a really good performance by the main guy, by Moon Knight. He's on point. He's all three characters. So
it's pretty amazing. He's pretty amazing.
Oscar Isaac. God,
and he even changes his accent. Like one of them has a British accent. That's wild to me, dude. That this dude is just doing this. So I agree.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac. This is his tour de force. I feel like I hope he was easy to work with on set, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
he's a great
I don't
guy,
want to hear no stories.
I don't want to hear anything because
I don't want to hear anything either.
But so what I talked about in the first and second episode. The lack of violence, the kind of perceived violence. But this one, they stick fucking spikes some wood in him. It's
These
intense.
rods are just going through his body.
Yeah.
And it was that action really got me. I was on board. I loved it. Like you said though, it took a while to jump into it, but I really enjoyed that whole scene and all of that a lot.
Yeah, that was intense. I was like,
intense,
Jesus.
very intense.
So that made it kind of worth it. I'm starting to really like the character. I'm starting to even like the one that
I like Layla, the girl too, man. Like she's obviously, like, you could tell when they were going and they're trying to be all inconspicuous with this dude. Mark has no idea or any skills. He's very awkward there, like the Mark character part that doesn't really know this life. But Layla's all like, she's holding it together, and I have more faith in her now, especially her fighting scenes too. I really liked it.
Yeah, she's strong. She's strong.
She's very strong.
Yeah,
so
she's really
I was definitely
strong.
on board, and that's a big part for me too. I want them all to shine in that way, and they all have to connect. And I felt it this episode, man.
Yeah, this was probably right now my favorite episode of this series so far.
It seems to get better for me each episode.
Yeah, it's definitely been going up and up.
Yeah.
Lots of magic. Man,
that night. Okay, so when they're switching the nighttime at the end, and they go back like 2,000 years, like that's gonna have some major effects on things, right?
That was the thing too. They definitely like explained more of the gods in this one.
Yeah,
you kind of you kind of learned about them, the whole thing, and how like there were consequences for screwing with things.
They're actually having
like,
trials and like that was cool. But that whole end scene, I love that. I freaking loved that whole scene where they're changing the night sky and like they're just going back and unwinding time and time. Like it was beautifully done, and she's just catching the constellations each time and such. Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited for the future, but I wonder if that has any effect on the whole Marvel universe overall then. Is this something
I think people have to stop asking that question. I think we're all going to have a lot better time if we just go, whatever, like...
True, you're not wrong.
I feel like people are trying to nail down Marvel stuff. And I mean, maybe, the nice thing is that it leaves it open for another...
Yeah. The only reason I guess I'm asking is because now I'm looking at the show as like, I need to actually... I'm kind of looking at it more seriously as in I need to review it and ask questions. But you're right. You're not wrong there. I agree. If that is a question that is overly asked all the time, and I'm going to lose that one out of my repertoire right now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. This is our job as serious pop culture analysis. It would be cool.
I keep getting kicked out.
You do.
After every race.
I'm bringing you back in. It would be neat.
You tried to leave, but we bring you back.
But no, that was cool. I find it's like the whole Egyptian thing is kind of funny to me because like back when Moon Knight was created, they probably thought Egyptian stuff was like really crazy, right? Because they're like it was back like 80 years ago, right? Or whatever, 60. Where they didn't have the internet, they didn't know you couldn't look everything up. You'd be like, what's the Egyptian stuff? Woo! So I don't know, Moon Knight is just kind of funny to me. Yeah, pyramids. And so I find that kind of funny about the show that it's like that it really does rely on the fact that people think that Egyptian stuff is crazy.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just that the Egyptian stuff, I think, is something where they left a lot of stuff as far as history goes and artifacts and the way they, the way they kept things and mummified things. And I think there's just so much more there than with, I get it. There's other things.
It's true. It is a giant mystery.
But it is a giant, between hieroglyphics and pharaohs and tombs. You don't get that much other places.
No.
And other parts of we got dinosaur bones in Alberta. That's cool.
Yeah. that's oh my gosh. So they have a dinosaur superhero, my 12-year-old. Is there a dinosaur friends at home, if there's a dinosaur superhero, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
I'm a big dinosaur.
It'd be cool if Dino from the Flintstones had a secret alternative superhero.
Dude, that sounds like a CW show.
He went
the Flintstones, but it's extreme. It's the Flintstones in the future. Wait, what? Don't ask questions.
They killed the
Jetsons in the past. The Flintstones killed the Jetsons. There you go.
Yeah, and took over their lives.
Took over their lives.
Jesus. Is this gonna cop out again for me?
I don't know. We're sitting in the loading screen.
Yeah.
But you didn't go. You haven't gone back, and you've held to your word and not gone back to watch Halo.
No, no Halo.
No
No
Halo.
Halo.
Oh, he
Did you
totally
do it?
did.
Did you do it at all?
No. I might when they all come out. I might watch them all. But like I watch Angry
Yeah.
Joe, and he's told me on and on about maybe it's too rainy. I don't know. Maybe rainy Vancouver is
It
too.
kicks me out again. Let me invite you.
Okay, invite me.
Cause...
Yeah. So no, I'm super excited. I think Ethan Hawke doesn't.
Oh,
who plays Arthur Harrow does not look as bad as he looks in the show. Like I think in real life he doesn't look that like they've really got okay sweet he's not that old looking. He looks really crappy in the show. Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like I think I thought Ethan Hawke is like a handsome. I don't know. It's weird that they're making all these.
Well, look what they did with Tom Hardy as the Penguin for. Was it Tom Hardy?
No, that was what's his name?
Who was that? Damn it!
No, it's Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. I'm watching that tonight. I'm so excited. It came out today on HBO.
Yeah, weird. It came out to. I saw that. It was weird. It came out to HBO when it's still in theater.
And I've been waiting for it. That 45 days now from the release of it theatrically will come out on the streaming service.
Oh my god, it's been up for a month and a bit now. Oh man,
yeah. So that's their deal now is 45 days or something. And
oh man, theaters are done. Theaters are done.
I went to the theaters yesterday. I watched that.
What'd you see yesterday?
What was that movie? Oh man, I can never get the title right, but it's Everything All at Once at the same
Everything
time.
Always
Everything
all
Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Give
us a review.
What a trip, man! I wish I knew what it was like. I would have took mushrooms first. Like this movie, it's so different and it's goofy at times. But have you seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah.
This is the only way I can. Now that movie to me is that is one of my favorite movies probably of all time. But this movie takes that, even has some characters from that movie in this one, and it does other things. Like I hate even comparing it to that because that's such a good movie. This movie is. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It is a good movie, but there's moments that I'm taken out of it because it's so goofy. But then there's other points, like it's a really cool concept. It's a cool idea. I love the story. I love what they told out of it. And the fighting is cool and things, but it deals with. No spoilers. I'm just gonna say, do mushrooms and then go see this movie. Like
that's gonna get the J to Z mushroom stamp of approval.
I give this one 4 mushrooms out of 5.
4 mushrooms out of 5. Okay,
it's a good movie. Has great fighting, great choreography, great acting. Another server connection. This is the worst, so I don't know if this is worth doing.
No.
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess we'll try. I'll try one more time, and I'll give you an invite here. Hold on. I do.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Movie.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looked really good. From the previews I saw, it looked like it looked pretty awesome. So,
but they don't explain those trailers. Make it look really awesome, but they don't explain how wacky it can be too. It can be very wacky where you're taken out of it. Like, I'll talk to you off air if you want about some scenes, but
okay, well, and maybe if you maybe in a bit if we get a Patreon going, you can
you can be a part of that chat.
You can be a part of that chat, but it's super secret. I think other than that, I think we're pretty good this week. I think we've got most of the stories.
Most of the stories are
unless
good.
You wanted to add anything else, I feel like.
There was one small thing that we didn't talk about was that Breath of the Wild 2 might be too big for the Switch.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, I did mention
that. This is really. We almost touched on it already, being as in this is what happened with Breath of the Wild, as in it got released in right at the end of a cycle. So it could be but I don't understand this story in a sense. Like, what do you mean it could be too big? If it's too big, remember back in the day, Final Fantasy VII was released on 4 discs?
Yeah.
Or something So why can't we just get 2 cartridges? I don't.
Oh, that would be so gross. That would be so gross. I would
really
throw the Switch.
It wouldn't throw you back to
no double cartridges. Yeah, maybe if they had like cartridge insurance or something, where you could be like, oh, if I lose one of them, oh, here we go, now it's working.
Right.
Yeah, no, it could, yeah, just too big for the cartridges they had designed. That's interesting. I thought that they would be able to. I mean, I buy most of my games digitally, so I'm not super. So I
Right,
never
but
even
I
thought
mean,
of anything like
the
that.
size, the storage sizes on the Switches are horrendous, though. Anyway, like, why?
Oh yeah.
I never understood why Nintendo just doesn't just give us the storage. Like, what is with this ridiculous storage space anyway for games these days?
No,
I don't know.
I mean, most of the original Breath of the Wild, I think, is like 8 gigs, I think, or 16 gigs. It's not super big. I bought the terabyte chip for my Switch, so I never have to worry about it again.
You don't have to worry about it
because I like buying a lot of boring games and
yeah, you fill it up with all those things too, right?
So, yeah. but yeah, no, for sure. If it was if the games were any larger,
so what does that
totally
mean
suck.
though? Like, if it's too big, like, what is that? Just saying what our story was last week. That do you think that delay for Breath of the Wild is because they got new hardware coming that would be big enough to hold it? Like, because when the first Breath of the Wild came out, it was actually slated for the Wii U. And when it came out on the Wii U and the Switch, but I'm thinking the same thing's going to happen here. They're going to be like, yeah, we'll release it on the Switch, but we also have this new system. And
maybe, but I hope they do. I hope, unlike what happened to Horizon Forbidden West, they don't just be like, well, we'll just, like, I really feel like Horizon, like, now that I've kind of beat the game and I've gone back to it, I really feel like it could have been it was more a PlayStation 4 game, like an end of cycle PlayStation 4 game than a beginning of cycle PS5 game, and so. Maybe that's what I thought. That's what I thought the Breath of the Wild 2 was going to be, because it's not an original IP, right? It's a sequel, or that's what they're telling us.
Exactly.
So I thought that it would fall, either it would be like the siren song of the original
of
Switch.
The Switch.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe, but I mean, there is I mean, to have after 5 years of development find out that it won't fit on the Switch, the system that it had been being developed for, is kind of weird.
Again, though, this story is not coming from Nintendo. It's coming from like other game developers. They're saying this may be a reason.
Yeah, it was just hypothesis. It's just kind of wondering what was going on, because I think we're all wondering what's going on.
We're all wondering something,
after a year. Like,
we
what
all have
is going
questions
on
now? Like, this is too much. Yeah, so
Way
we're all
too
trying to make reasons for the delays and for those kind of things and issues.
We just love Nintendo too damn much.
We do, man.
To have anything wrong or bad happen to it, and we just want the game to come out.
But the thing is, though, Nintendo rarely, like, they're in good hands always, it seems like, in the end. I know it's tough to say, but obviously they may, but Nintendo's not going anywhere. They're not. I don't think they could screw up Breath of the Wild 2.
I think they'd be okay even if they did screw up Breath of the Wild.
They would be, but I mean, like, they're not going to release a crappy Breath of the Wild 2. It's just, I just can't see it happening, like.
I just hope they get rid of weapons deterioration. If they get rid
they
of
have
weapons,
to get rid of that, dude.
I hope. That is my number one request. I don't care. Have less weapons.
Number one request.
That is my number one request. Just please get rid of weapon deterioration.
Dude, if they don't, someone's going to create a mod right away that just no damage to weapons.
No damage to weapons. I mean, Breath of the Anxiety. That's what you call it for me. Breath of the Anxiety.
Yeah, buddy. Breath of the Anxiety, indeed.
No, but it was, but no, I hopefully, of course.
Too big, too small. We just want our Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I hope it'd be weird for them to. I mean, I can totally see them doing it though, right? Like, that's.
Do you
totally
think a new
thing.
trailer would at least help us a little bit? Give us all new scenes and
nothing.
Just bite us over for a bit.
Nothing.
Oh, my car just went flying.
I'm trying to catch up. I fell off a bunch of times.
I let my car fly around for a bit there because it was doing some cool things and I didn't want to respawn. So I gave you a bit of time there.
There you go.
They're long laps. You still have a long time.
Yeah.
This is a great final match between us. This is the boss fight. This is Breath of the Mild.
Yeah, no, I hope they. I mean, I enjoyed Hyrule Warriors, the game they had came out so much more, just because your weapons didn't break. You just and you got to like really fight and feel like a warrior.
What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was really strange they did that, but again, that's what happens. Even like Forbidden West, the updates they're coming out with, it's like they're taking back mechanics that they put in the game.
Oh,
like,
really?
Well, her actions when she picks up things, like every time she picks up an item, like or picks
you can turn it off.
You can turn it off now, and you can have her whole animation not even do it. And she used to always say, "That'll go in my stash," or "That's for my stash." And they came up with an update where you could not. She shuts the fuck up a little bit. Like, this bitch does not stop talking.
She does talk a lot.
She does talk. That whole first game was her just talking to herself while you're on mission. She's like in stealth. She's like, "I better be in stealth." Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we know. You're talking too much. The enemies are like,
better not
what did I
get
hear
caught.
over there? Yeah, what did we hear over there? Aloy in her manly voice. No.
Aloy, yeah, just so serious.
Yeah, but
Aloy and the woman who can't tell she's being hit on. Can't take a hint. All the NPCs.
And no sense of surrounding. No sense of a situation.
Yeah.
So she's definitely
slightly autistic Aloy. Just slightly, not bad, but just enough that you can't get
forbidden autism.
Oh, horrible.
Autism of the West. All right.
Oh my God. And on that awesome joke,
what do you got coming up? Hey, tell me about your shows last week. You mentioned to us you had a roast battle.
Oh, did I mention that on the show? Oh my God, I got destroyed.
About what shows we have coming up.
I got destroyed. Ron Vondry.
Yeah, you were up against the legend.
Yeah, I was up against and he just did. Yeah, I'm gonna. I have to exercise more. Let's just say that. I was just out of shape, and I thought I had some funny jokes, but my starter was not. Like I literally I went, I'm gonna put my worst joke at the starting and my best stuff at the end. But my first joke was so bad that
you couldn't recover.
that I could not recover. Yeah, my first joke just was, and it was on purpose. I meant to do like a bad one to start off, so the other ones would sound better. But that was my mistake.
Concept, but,
but everybody closed their ears and shut their hearts, and Ron utterly destroyed me there. My girlfriend, thank God she took me back, but she did break up with me on the spot in front of everyone.
I was going to say, did Ron walk home with you?
Yeah, he did. He fucked her in front of me. He's an 89-year-old man, so it took him, good 4 hours. But yeah,
he had to wait for the pill to kick in at least.
Yeah, and for it to stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
You boo-boo.
You got new shows this week? You got anything coming up?
No. I'm starting a new show for the next 12 days. So I will. I'll try to get out, but I think I will just be. If you want to find the Zedman,
cool.
I'll be here next Sunday. We'll be talking about stuff. But tell me all about your next week.
So this week I got some hosting gigs coming up. This Wednesday at House of Comedy. Friday I'm hosting at House of Comedy, and then Saturday I'm hosting in Maple Ridge, Breakaway Comedy. So I got all hosting gigs this week.
Dude, look at that! My the great thing about hosting is you get to spend so much time with the audience. And you can screw up
and I get to
get
rip
back
on the old comedians that went up there too. That's my fun. I love that. I love going up and just, if they have a bad set, I just go up and I have a wonderful set based on their bad set. Yeah. So it's such a cool dynamic to me. I love to host. I'm a big time hoster. So 3 hosting gigs this week. That's
there
it,
you go.
Man.
Host with the most.
Host with the mostest.
Cool. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you as always. Much love from the J
everybody.
to Zed crew. Without you, couldn't be us. And we're getting more viewers. Every episode gets a little bit more. So
and you're gonna see videos on a new YouTube channel. We finally got a joint account, so we'll upload onto there as well, and you can watch all our older episodes. That's what we'll do. We'll upload all our older ones too, and yeah, that's we're excited for the future.
Yeah, love it.
Next week, Sunday
we'll be there, and you will too.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, design.